I'm Yuraki and welcome back with a huge update on my Lightning proc on it guide. And today I will show you, as some of you suggested in the last video, first some gameplay. So we will do a monolith so that you can actually see how the build changed and how is in fact better now, smoother, and I'd say just overall better, like more damage, more survivability, faster clear, better single target. So yeah, it is just overall so much better. And if you saw the previous video, you can already tell that the build looks and feels way different. Like I'm still getting used to new changes I've made, and I will of course explain everything later. Right now I'm still focusing a bit on the gameplay and managing the resource we have. Yeah, because it's a bit more tricky than before. So I will try to do even the mage because like corruption is not that high. I'm farming the catalyst and it's like around 200 and something. So yeah, I wish I could bring some gameplay of 1000 corruption or something like that. Oh no, my stacks. Okay, we're saved. Alright, let's do the mage and let's see if I will troll here. Hopefully not. Yeah, pretty smooth run. Oh, a spear. I don't think I need... Oh my god. Well, it is what it is. I was trying to focus on talk. Think about what I should say. But like, yeah, overall the build is good. Like, I died because I trolled here. And it is what it is, you know? Like, the monolith was already fine. We did it. So, good job. Alright, now I will show you what the build actually can do. While explaining every change and explaining also why we changed so many things. So first of all, as you can probably notice from the previous video, we don't have surge and static anymore, mainly because I wanted to focus more on spell damage. I didn't want to invest many points into helping the mana regen for the build, and like I just feel like it was a waste, even because like we did lack a bit of survivability. Like the points in Flamed Ward just make us way more tanky and is just more reliable to finish the content, you know? Like if we die, like we might have more damage, but if we die, we're not gonna make it to the end and the monolith will be over. So points in Flame Ward mainly will give us a huge boost in survivability. And on top of that, by using, of course, the Fire into Lightning perk and then the Lightning flat damage, we have a huge boost on the spells because we cast so many spells and 8 flat damage on every single spell is just really good. So, what is new and why did we change so much the skills and how does this change the build? So, first of all, big difference in mana strike. That's you will of course find everything in the build planner, so you can check it out with your own pace, trying to look for any different change that you want to make. So what I added is casting lightning at positive mana, so mana storm. This is just another spell, so pretty good. The mana cost seems high, but with those perks you basically can have it for free, but since mana is not a problem, I don't fully max the perk that will make it free because we could get just more damage. So mana is not a problem, so it is fine to just have it cost like 3 or 2 mana or whatever it is. Another huge change, of course, is Flame Ward, which give us just, trust me, a really good survivability. And then this is what makes the new build so powerful and so funny. So Firebrand what is Firebrand is a unique skill, melee skill actually, for SpellBlade. Well, not unique because I think you can get it. Well, I don't know. Maybe you can get it even on other classes. But what does it do? So, every hit of Firebrand, I will show you. Oh, you can see it now here. Stack up till 6, 9 or whatever it is depending on your tree, and it gives us a huge melee buff. By taking the point here, we can convert all the melee fire damage, that of course will be turned into lightning, into spell damage. So it's really good because each stack is 5 spell damage. 5 flat spell damage is insane. On top of that, each one of the stack will give us 15% crit multiplier, and this is just crazy. Like, if you think about the fact that we get to 9 stack with this perk, it is just so good. Also, Firebrand just give us insane survivability, combined with Mana Strike and Flame Ward for the more bars and unpredictable damage, by getting Mana Shell. So I was always wondering why they even gave us this skill tree. Like, how am I gonna use Firebrand and Mana Strike together? But then I realized that this build can actually make it work. So every stack of Firebrand that is just gonna be used to, well, I will explain how we use it later, but every stack for each Mana Strike we use will give us 4 ward. So this means 4 by 9 for every time we attack with Mana Strike. This means we usually, from what I noticed during the runs I've made, we usually run on a shield on a ward that is around 4.5k, and well, that's actually just pretty good. So this single talent tree makes our defense just so much powerful. On top of that, the damage we get from the right tree is insane. So I will showcase now a bit how to actually use those 2 melee attacks and how to manage the resources we have and why they is so good. So first of all, whenever you enter a dungeon, arena, boss, monolith, or whatever it is, you wanna suck up the Firebrand to 9 sacks. After you've done this, you want to just keep it up and never let it run out. So we just do once in a while 1 attack and we refresh the stacks. After that is just Mana Strike burn. Refresh stacks with Firebrand and stack mana. As you see, I'm not wasting much mana, and it is really good that Firebrand has 9 stacks because, as you see, the range is pretty long and good. So we can basically match the Mana Strike range. Not totally do that, but almost. And as you see, my ward is just going up. I'm not even fully attacking. If I would just spam attacks like on a boss, as you see, 4.5 and going even up. And mana is not even a problem now. So, well, we then of course just use teleport because teleport is insane movement tool. We do not invest any point in that, but it's still fine. About the items, I'm now using this ring because I find it extremely good for just, I will not say survivability, but it's more utility tool. Like, since we do still have the freeze and the chill from Frostclaw, and of course we do stack tons of shock by ourselves and the skills, this just makes totally sense to just use it. Is more damage, is more CC, more shock, and increased shock duration for boss. So we just get a really huge boost on single target, and mainly, yes, survivability thanks to the crowd control we get. I did manage to get a 2 legendary potential for Dragorath, even though is pretty low on the chance to cast Lightning Blast, but I will probably use it I just need to find a good dagger to use. The belt is totally optional. It's just more word for monolith basically. So I kinda like it. Everything else is still the same. What is changed a lot is the talent tree in, of course, mainly the Spellblade, because we don't need to get the points for Surge and word retention and cooldown recovery. We do not take any of those boosts by melee attacks. It's pretty good, but like what I was thinking and my mental process is just that those procs by Surge, and we do melee attack even with Mana Strike, so is just not what we are looking for. What we are looking for though is more source of damage from our skill tree and passive and whatever it is. So that's why we got Mana Arc, and why we get even Arcane Lightning here. We have a lot of flat damage and a lot of tools to make our spells do more damage. So the more spells we cast, the more damage we're going to do. We do not want to increase one single spell, but we do want to make sure that every single spell we do a lot of damage. So whenever we start casting, as you see, there is not like 1 million crazy damage, but a lot of 10k, a lot of them, will make up for it. At least that's what I'm totally feeling like. So on top of that, what is new, like really big news, is I decided to max out this one just to take less damage from shocked enemy. That's make less random that's in monolith, but is not necessary, and unless you wanna be like sure that you will not die, you can totally swap for some points in Afterglow here to have more word retention and increase spell damage, and then like try to get some lightning damage and shock chance. That is just really good. This one is good to finish up monsters that are low HP, so well, it is fine. It is not the best option, but is still really good. I'm pretty sure this one was already here. And then yeah, like Arcane Current. And I am maxing out now Knowledge of Destruction just because I do feel like crit multiplier and crit chance just help, because I'm not 100% on all the spells, so it is actually just more damage compared to increased lightning damage. And thinking about anything else I could add, well, of course, let me know what do you guys think about the changes, and if you're gonna try it out, how does it feel? Now, what I can suggest is to get used to the stacks. You can actually remove this point, is 3 less stacks, so way less damage, less word, but it will be just way faster. Like not having attack speed benefits from like weapon or anything else is actually noticeable. So it just takes a while to have 9 stacks, you know. But once you have 9 stacks, trust me, like the damage is insane. As you see, is 20k, 20k, 20k everywhere, and is explode AoE, and like yeah, it just feels so good. You basically one-shot everything in the monolith, and you don't have mana problems anymore. If you do have mana problems anyway, what you can do is removing 1 point from Rage Sub here and just pointing Essence of Control, which will make the mana arc cost 0 mana. So it should fix any additional problem that it might cause. So what I can add? Well, what I can tell you guys is that before doing these big changes, I was still upgrading the Surge and Static build. So if any of you actually want to keep that up and want an update on how I did change that before I changed to this kind of build, just let me know and I will try to make a video about that. And I will try to bring also, once I have actually a good corruption, so 400, 500, 600 corruption, a boss fight so that I can showcase how this build performed, because I'm pretty sure that if any of you tried the last build, it's pretty clear that the single target was not good. It takes so much to do the bosses and is not even 100% success rate because you might die from something. While with this build you have so high ward, you have such a good defensive tool with flame ward, and the damage is just more consistent and the DPS is crazy. Like other build was good in terms of bars and farming, but this one is just overall better. So I'll try to manage to make a good boss fight. I will try to record it and I will showcase how it actually goes. So that's it for today's video. I hope you guys gonna try the new build and let me know what you think. Bye bye.